Welcome to our comprehensive tutorial on AR.js, your gateway to web-based augmented reality. In today's video, we will explore what AR.js is, how to set it up, and create our very own AR experience. So, let's jump right in. AR.js is an efficient and lightweight library for creating augmented reality experiences in the web browser. It lets us overlay digital 3D content over the real world without the need for a native app. Imagine the possibilities of integrating AR into your web projects. First, let's set up our environment. Please make sure you have a code editor installed, such as Visual Studio Code. You'll also want to have a local web server running. I recommend using Live Server, a simple extension for Visual Studio Code. To start, we'll create a new folder for our project. Let's name it AR Demo. Inside this folder, create an HTML file called index.html. Now let's open that file in our code editor. Next, we'll structure our HTML document with the necessary elements to integrate AR.js. We'll include the AR.js library along with A-Frame, which is a web framework for building virtual reality experiences. Here is how we can set up our HTML file. Now, let's break down this HTML. The A scene element creates an A-frame scene. The AR.js attribute initializes AR.js within that scene. The A-entity camera tag is what allows our device's camera to display the real world in the AR experience. Next, let's add some AR marker recognition to our scene. AR.js can recognize simple patterns or markers to anchor our 3D content. We'll use a well-known marker from AR.js, which you can download or print. The marker we'll use today is called kanji for demonstration purposes. This code adds a marker that AR.js will recognize. When it sees the hero marker, it will place a blue box above it in 3D space. Let's add this snippet inside the A-scene tag in our index.html file. This is the first step to bringing AR to life in your web application. Go ahead and save the changes, then run your code using the Live Server extension. Make sure your camera is enabled and point it towards the marker. You should see your blue box appear. Let's spice things up a bit by adding more 3D objects. In this example, instead of just a blue box, we can add a GLTF model. GLTF is an efficient, extensible format for transmitting 3D models and scenes. If you don't have a model handy, you can find some free models on Sketchfab or similar sites. Replace model_URL_ here with the URL of your 3D model file. Ensure that the model you use is accessible from the browser, otherwise it will not load. This way, when AR.js detects the hero marker, your specified 3D model will replace the blue box. After replacing that code, your A-scene setup will look like this. Now save the changes and refresh your demo in the browser. Once again, hold the camera to the hero marker, and you should be able to see your 3D model rendered. Isn't that fantastic? Next, we'll explore interaction. Let's make our model respond to the click event. To do this, AR.js gives us the ability to listen and respond to click events right on our entities. In this snippet, we added two event listeners, one for mouse enter and the other for mouse leave, changing the scale of our model. Make sure to include the event set component from the A-frame extras. Now your model will scale up when the mouse pointer is over it and scale back down when it leaves. Make sure to include that line in your head section, and now you have an interactive AR experience. Save your code and refresh the page. You can now hover over your GLTF model, and you should see it react. Let's dive deeper into AR features. We can also make use of real-world tracking. AR.js has a feature that allows using GPS in a web-based AR experience. This can be achieved using the AR.js library's location-based features. In this case, AR.js will require permissions to access location services. If you are developing locally, you might want to test this feature on a mobile device. Browser location services can be finicky on desktops without special configurations. When you run this action on your mobile device, it will load the 3D model at the specified position, making it accessible based on your current GPS coordinates. It opens up interactive scenarios like locating virtual objects in real-world spaces. As we continue with our project, let's talk about customizing the appearance of our marker. By default, AR.js uses predefined markers. but you can create your own. You need to generate a custom AR marker using tools provided by AR.js. Once you create your own marker, you can replace the preset in your code to reference your custom markers pattern. Just replace the preset attribute by providing the URL to your custom markers PDF or image. Make sure to store your marker pattern in the same directory as your project or provide a proper URL. This way, you'll have the versatility to use any marker you create. Now, let's summarize what we've covered so far. We have set up AR.js in our browser, recognized a simple marker, added 3D models, made them interactive, experimented with GPS, and created custom markers. Breathtaking potential, right? As we edge towards the conclusion of our tutorial, let's cover some common pitfalls and troubleshooting tips. Anytime something doesn't work as expected, keep the browser console open to catch any errors. Ensure your models load correctly, verifying that the URLs are pointed at appropriate 3D models and that those files are correctly formatted as GLTF. Also, check whether your browser has the right permissions enabled for camera access. Finally, don't forget to explore the AR.js documentation or join community discussions if you are looking for inspiration or help in solving a problem. The community is filled with great developers who share their experiences and creativity. As we wrap up today's tutorial, remember that web-based AR has vast potential. With tools like AR.js, you can create innovative, interactive experiences that pop right out of the screen. Keep exploring and experimenting with AR technologies to unleash your creativity. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more programming tutorials. Drop your questions and project ideas in the comments below, and let's build something amazing together.